lots of stuff happening with FIDE right now, right? We have a lot of interesting stuff occurring. Kramnik and Hickey are just going at each other. Kramnik's going at everyone. They made the requirement for the candidates your rating as of like January 1st. So now people are just incentivized to do these weird like under the table activities as the year comes to a close. Yeah, I've been looking at that whole match. I don't know if everybody has spectated this match. Do they have it here? There it is. I don't know if you guys have actually been following this. But if you haven't been following it, basically Ali Reza is not in a position right now, before this event, to qualify to the candidates. And if you were watching the chessbrah fan zone, you would have seen we spoke to Wesley, and Wesley was like, you know, pretty likely to qualify for the candidates. But Ali Reza then just like, they just organized the tournament. They just grabbed a bunch of old, like pretty much over the hill GMs in the country and said, all right, everybody, we're all gonna play against Ali Reza and we're all gonna lose. And so that's what's happening. He's just beating up on these other GMs. And because he's winning all the games, now he's ahead of Wesley and he's gonna get the last candidate spot. Which is just crazy. Now, obviously it's not explicit that, like it's not literally out there that they're losing on purpose, but you can make your own conclusions. First of all, if this was like, I don't know, like if this was like Russia or something, and they were all playing for like one guy to have a spot, I feel like if the guy didn't lose, like you get shot or something. Like, I mean, what are we dealing with here? So, I don't know. I'm sure these guys are incentivized not to win any games or draw any games, by the way. That would also be bad. But yeah, so Ali Reza is just playing all these like 2450s. And like Ali Reza could beat all these guys, like it's possible. You know, okay. You see round one, you're like, all right, interesting. Legitimate win. You know, Ali Reza takes out a weaker player. Bound to happen. You see game two, it's like, okay. You know, what's happening here? Okay. A little strange, but reasonable. Huh. Okay, you know, slightly odd maybe. You see the rook is attacked and like, for example, this variation, whatever, knight takes. I mean, at least this makes more sense. Probably slightly worse, but you know, no big deal. Okay, goes on to lose. Tough loss there in round two. And then round number three, I literally have to turn the engine on. Okay, Ali Reza is with white. It's a complicated game. And for sure, Ali Reza is better. And for sure, it's quite complicated. But after knight c6, we actually did see resignation in this game. So black resigned here. And the valuation is 0.00. So opponent resigns in an equal position. I mean, it can happen. But even some of the other moves that are playable here are not like, let's resign on the spot. Now, somebody pointed out that the top engine move, and even other moves, rook b7, rook b6, the reason that black was concerned was because of f5 all the time. And I was like, okay, that's legit. You know, pawn takes is mate, and bishop takes, queen takes leads to mate. Yeah. Okay, so he missed the detail, rook e1 check to divert this rook, and then take the queen, and now there's no mate. Okay, you know, it's possible to miss that. But even if you like miss rook e1, you never resign in this position. Like, at least you play this move to make them calculate this. And then maybe not only do you give yourself time to see rook e1, but maybe your opponent sees rook e1 and they don't play it. Very possible. Firouzja is strong. He probably saw rook e1. And so the premature resignation means that Firouzja just wins this game. Even though it's like equal here. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. Then we saw this next game. Right, and he's able to win this one as well. Now, I'm not saying he couldn't do this, like that it's not possible, but I do think it's still impressive to score, you know, 5-6 wins in a row. Like, that's tough to do no matter what. But obviously at Firouzja's level, you can definitely clap these guys. But I feel like if you just threw 5 2450s, 2500s against 2750, you know, they could drop a half point here and there. So Alireza can't drop a single half point. He cannot. He needs to win all of them, and he has so far. So he just won this last one. And I'm pretty sure they'll play the final round, but I also don't know if it's even necessary, because now that Alireza has won all the games so far, he's already ahead of Wesley. And have a look at this last game. So this is the position here. And in a must-win game, where black is definitely better, but I would say bishop f1 is what any GM would play. Any GM. It guards this pawn, like it's not attacked anymore. It covers e2, d3. Bishop f1 is like automatic. And the guy with 5 minutes on his clock plays rook b5. There's knight e2, knight c3, but like he plays rook b5. Alireza gives a check in like 10 seconds, and then he resigns. Or I guess he didn't resign, but like, okay, I mean, the game just ends. There's nothing to discuss. I mean, it's just making it a little obvious there, boys. So, what do you think of these games? These interesting games. Rook b5, just a hilarious blunder. I don't know what to say. These games are highly suspicious. Yeah, I would say so, Fish. If I was the governing body that decided whether or not this tournament got rated, like, let's say, forget about, like, if I was FIDE, forget about the fact that I allowed Ding to do something similar. Not the same thing, but something similar. Forget about all my hypocrisies. Let's just say that I was the person deciding and all I had was this in front of me. If I looked at the games as well, that would certainly sway me, like, in the direction of, yeah, let's not rate this tournament. Hey, awesome to hear Korean Knife. I can't remember, Korean Knife. Are you in our Discord? Love to see a picture of what you got. Oh yeah, for sure, fish. But at least in that one, it's like there were some other factors as well. I'm not okay with probably either of them, but yeah, I think that one was less bad if there is a scale. Ooh, wait until Christmas. Okay, sounds good, Korean Knife. Yeah, man, thanks for grabbing one. Yeah, Ding didn't need the rating. I'm still not fully okay with it, but with COVID, lockdown stuff, plus the fact that he's really just farming games, it's a little bit better. Definitely not the exact same at all. But yeah, I'm definitely not okay with the Ding one either, but I'm more okay with it. But yes, it's just funny concept. So what I'm saying is now right? So now if you look at this, these are the live ratings, right? Dominguez was like trying to fight, if you guys remember, to gain some rating. I think he drew like an FM and then withdrew from the tournament. Wesley is right here, and then there's Firouzja. There's Firouzja, big Firo. Right? And I think Firouzja has been having a tough time. He's had a tough year for sure. But now, I don't think there's anything stopping Wesley from just doing the same thing. So what I'm saying is, why doesn't Wesley just host a match in the US? I'm sure the St. Louis Chess Club, I'm sure they would do it, right? Guaranteed. And of course it might not happen because it's like Wesley's not that type of guy. He's already sort of condemned Ali Reza for doing it, so you don't really then want to go do it yourself. So there might be those kind of reasons why. But according to the actual rules and the way that other people are following them right now, there's nothing stopping him from doing the same thing. And so this is why it's ludicrous to me that FIDE could count this event. Because imagine that they count the event, then tomorrow Wesley's gonna host the tournament. And then maybe 4 days after that, Ali Reza is gonna host another tournament with the same guys. You know what I mean? And isn't it just like the guys are gonna be playing at like 11:59 at, you know, turning into midnight on New Year's Eve or something, like really like trying to get like the last move in, like waiting with the clock is like gonna strike midnight to get the last rated game in or something. Like, can't take it seriously. Like, I don't know what's going on here. The guys could just go back and forth playing these little like invented tournaments forever. So I don't know how you don't prevent an event like this right now, because you're only gonna have bigger problems later, right? People are just gonna manipulate this forever. Like, in fact, right now, people are doing this because there's a candidate spot on the line. But soon, people are just gonna start doing this in general. Like, why wouldn't you? If you're just trying to gain rating. So, I don't know. It's a little funny. feel like they're digging themselves a hole that they might not be able to get out of without just going back to basics and scrapping stuff like this entirely. Got Ali Reza, like, guys are blundering against him left and right. They're resigning equal positions. Let's just imagine the world where all these games are legit. Even if all the games are legit, it's still not okay to just handpick your opponents, right? That's not really how it's done in chess. Otherwise, every single person in the world is going to handpick their opponents, and everyone's going to start having these crazy inflated ratings. Exactly, Fred. I'm waiting for that too. I think he offered to play, like, what did he do? Offer to play Wesley or something? Or, like, he tweeted something, I thought. Karyakin? I can't remember what it was. You know, if FIDE had any sensibility, they would just settle things the way things are settled on the chessbrah channel. You know? Wesley So against Ali Reza. First to 6. 3-0. Fan match. I'd be happy to host it. I've never ever seen anybody dispute the validity, the fairness of that system. Yeah, that's true, Tim. Although, to be fair, I think Eddie was a little more critical of his opposition than the format. But you're still right. We have had one challenge to the system.